What's good, people? Welcome to Bucking Around Powered by Exs and Os. I hope everyone's good. Hope everyone had an eventful game weekend. Some eventful scores. We won't go too deep into it. Some eventful scores. Shout out to everyone in the super chats. Damn, we see our guests have some committed fans. Damn, already can see the comments popping off already. Listen, tonight might be one of those long nights, but let's see how it goes. Hope everyone's cool. Like I said, as usual, all you people in the free seats, don't forget to like, share, subscribe on all things at Exs and Os on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, especially subscribe. If you like what you see, if you like the content, you want some more of it, like I said, subscribe and we'll kind of get right to that. We'll kind of get you that exclusive content first and foremost. But yeah, man, this week has been crazy. I know some of you may have kind of taking the games through the stride. Some of you are maybe out of the playoffs already. Player hopes might not be there. You're kind of building for next season. But like I said, whoever you are and whatever you do, like I said, just know that football is a game of inches. That's life. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. All you people that made the playoffs, like I said, don't get complacent. BUCs is any given Sunday. BUCs is any given Sunday. Some of you may be wondering as well, where's SJ, aka the analyst? Hopefully, SJ might jump in later on. We're hoping that he might jump in later on because I need a couple of explanations. First of all, shout out to the Bradford Bears. I just have to say, man, shout out to the Bradford Bears and also the Bangor team as well. I think they gave them 100 to 0. And it just shows, football can be a funny old game sometimes. It's one of those games that can build you, but as well it can break you. But the most important thing is coming back week in, week out, and giving it your best. And like I said, congrats to the Bradford Bears. I don't know if that's a record, but that just shows, they've been building for quite a few seasons. We've got one of our team members, Mr. Selenke, who's a Bradford alumni, so he'll probably be jubilating about that score. But yeah, it just shows, man. Listen, Div 1, Div 2, Prem, everyone's here to ball. BUCs Prem, BUCs Div 1, whether you're south, east, north, west, everybody wants to ball. So I like to see those. I like to see, that level of competition, even if it's a bit one-sided, but it's still level of competition. So yeah, without further ado, like I said, I'll introduce our guests. Like I said, most important, all you people in the free seats, if you have any questions for our guests, please endeavor to put them inside the super chats, and we'll endeavor to get round to those, provided there. My only rule is that keep it PG. But like I said, that's how it goes. Yes, Cameron. Yes, Simon. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
It's close enough. We'll be fine with the sound. Yeah,
forgive me. How you been, man? How's everything?
Good, thank you very much. How you been?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just drinking my hot tea. Don't watch the mug.
Love
like
it. Alice in Wonderland stuff. I love it.
Cameron, what are you saying?
Oh, thank you very much for having us, mate. It's a pleasure. We're very grateful.
No problem. So for those that don't know you, for those in the free seats, shout out everyone in the free seats. The chat is buzzing, man. The chat is popping off. Like I said, this is crazy. We ain't never experienced this. Like I said, we used to just maybe one man and his dog, commenting in the comments. Yeah, so this is really, really cool, man. Loving the love. Yeah. So for those who don't know, those people in the free seats, like I said, Cameron, sign in, introduce who you are, introduce what team you play for, and yeah, what's good.
Yeah, so I'm Cameron, president of the Edghill Vikings. This is my third year for the team. I went from on the committee last year to running it this year, and I'm pretty certain I'm back for another year doing a Masters next year. But we'll wait and see. Hopefully, anyway. I miss it if I go.
My name's Kanan. I've been on the team for too long now. I think it's been like 5 years now. I'm an old man. I'm currently still doing my Masters. And yeah, I'm also the social media officer for the team as well.
Man. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So you're in Div 2 or Div 1? You got promoted?
Div 2, Div 2,
Div 2, yeah. Okay. So that listen, Div 2 is a dogfight. I'm not even going to get. We'll get into that during the show because me and SJ have some pillar talks, and Div 2 is a dogfight. What's different? You know, we always ask our guests this. What's different? What's different? How's the season going so far for you guys? You guys not best. So how has the season been going so far for you?
It's definitely interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, it could be better, but I mean, every game we've loved it. We've been having a great time. Every game there's always something to learn from. So we've had moments where we've played amazing, and we felt good about how we've been. We've had times where we've not so much, and there's always stuff to improve on. And I think it's like you mentioned before, we're trying to build the foundations now. I think like everyone, we're all recovering from COVID and all the stresses and disruptions from that. We're just getting in the steps now to be as good as we can, and hopefully just leave the foundations for the next few years.
Yeah. So Conan, is it Conan? Because I heard you pronounce it properly. Is it Conan?
The easiest way I've told people is essentially saying kebab and replacing the B's with N's. This is Conan. That's literally it. And that's how I got the nickname Kebab then. So you can call me Conan or Kebab or anyway.
Conan, okay. Conan. So for you, how has the season been for you, Conan?
You know, it's been all right, you know. It's been weird for me because my masters is I started off in Feb with my masters, so I missed out on a bit. And then I'm traveling from home to uni purely to play essentially. But I've loved it, you know. Like I said before, I've been playing for I think it's close to 5 years now, and seeing just more and more people joining the team and seeing more people like loving the culture, loving to play the sport, you know, seeing how diverse we're getting as well. It's just great. It's just building the sport, you know, getting a better foundation for, you know, Uniball and Britball as a whole. I'm loving it, you know. 5 years. I could do another 5, but that'll be too long. But no, I'm loving it. It's been good. It's been good.
Yeah, we see you, man. We see you. Your social media guy is probably. I don't know. Does he sleep? Because he's constantly posting, you know, on Instagram and across other platforms as well. You guys' social media drive is probably really up there. You know, really up there in terms of the level of continuity and the level of consistency. You know, do you think that kind of helped with kind of your recruitment this year? Is it something that you've noticed, you know, that's helped with your kind of your recruitment drive this year?
100%. You know, it was a big drive this year. You know, after COVID, you know, some people who've left uni weren't aware that we existed. We thought, you know, this year we're going to staple it. We're going to be like, we're having everyone know who we are. So, you know, social media, everyone's on social media. So it's the most important thing. It's the most important thing to have, the most important tool to have as a team. So we've utilized that as best as we can. We've also, you know, printed off posters to stick everywhere, stick in the, you know, the main building of uni, stick at the library, you know, stick in the sports center, everywhere. We're just trying to, you know, cement ourselves and just so everyone can see what we're doing and everyone can have a go at playing American football, because you miss it out if you're not playing.
It's funny as well. I've had some of my tutors at uni come up and see me. They had no clue I played American football for the 3 years I've been there. They're like, oh my God, I saw you in a poster before. Can you print them off and show me?
Cameron's been a proper poster boy. He's just, you know, modern material is just easy to work with. You know what I mean?
100%. So for those, obviously, I grew up in, you know, East London. You know, shout out those who grew up in East London. For those that don't know, where is Edge Hill? For those who don't, because looking you guys up, you know, I maybe sorry if I'm being naive or being, you know, as if
not at all.
Tell us about Edge Hill. What is Edge Hill like? You know, us Londoners that might not know, you know, where is Edge Hill? What's the history behind Edge Hill? You know.
It's a good question. Because so Edge Hill is in Ormskirk, so it's a tiny, was it like a village or town, tiny little village town between Lancaster and Liverpool. And the team started. It was just a bunch of guys. I think it's close to 10 years ago now. Bunch of guys who were really into the NFL. They started their own society. They were like, right, we're gonna meet up at this pub every Sunday. Gonna watch NFL, and we'll mess around. Go on field of football every other week, so on. And some of the guys that were in uni, they were already playing for the senior ball side, and they pointed out, oh, you can get like a sports grant for this. You can make a team out of this for the university. So that's what they did. And in their first year, they got 45 people to rock up, which is, it's pretty good in itself when it's the first year. So from then, it's been great. But it all started from that society of, the people who just wanted to watch or wanted to play football, and just very thankful for it. But no, Ormskirk is a very small place. I'm from Wales. I'm from Wales, which is small, and I'd never heard of Ormskirk either. So no, I don't blame anyone who doesn't know where Edge Hill is. To be fair.
To be fair, I'm in Wigan, and that's just outside. I had no clue until probably a few years ago.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, what's life like in is Ormskirk?
Ormskirk.
Ormskirk. What's life like? Is the nightlife popping? Is it one of those, or can you not disclose? What's the nightlife like, man? Is it buzzing?
It's all right. It's all right at times. There's some events are really great. Sometimes it's amazing, but it's like anywhere. There's good nights, there's bad nights. We've had some questionable ones for sure.
But we also do well every Sunday after watching a game. So after playing, we'll make sure to take part in the karaoke's and whatever bingo's going on in the pubs. No, it's good. To think how quaint it is that there's a big like nightlife there. There's a lot of drinkers there in Edge Hill. No, it's good.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I presume both you and Cameron partake in that karaoke event. So seeing as you post it, I know you know the song "Sweet Caroline." Because it's popping, and because everyone in this is lively, we're all gonna sing "Sweet Caroline," and Cyan, you're gonna lead the way.
Oh no! Wait, no! I need the lyrics. Wait! I need the lyrics.
What you're gonna do is at least Taylor Swift love story or something.
Wait, no! I need to find it. Oh, wait! All right, what? Are we all joining in if I start with the lyrics?
Come on, man! You know how it goes. You know how the thing said.
I need the lyrics myself. I don't know.
You know the words. I don't know apart from Sweet Caroline.
All right, we'll head to that one then. Hands touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you, Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good.
So good. I love it.
I've been glad. Oh, stop it. I need to stop.
Man, I love that. Man, so the season, how do you feel like the season's gone so far for you guys? You're sitting at 3. How many games you won this season?
Sitting in 1-3-1, I think.
Okay. It's a tough division. I mean, your last game with the Auckland Rams, UCLA Rams, you drew. That was a tight game. Two stalwart teams, two teams who really want it, who are trying to push. Like I said, we're trying to build. So you're going to get games like that where it's going to be really tight. You're not going to get the blowouts like you see in London where, the Warriors can beat, the Olympians 90-0. You're not going to see those type of games. You're going to see two teams going out there to really bang. You're going to really, see that. So how was that game? Obviously, that's the most recent game. How was that game for both of you?
It was really good. We loved it. I mean, the entire day there was that grueling intensity. Everyone was going for it from start to beginning. You had to pry people off that pitch. By the end of it, you just wanted to keep going. You know, we weren't happy with 6-6. We wanted a victory at the end of the day. You know, we wanted to keep going. And like intensity was high, mentality was high. I think that's probably the best defensively. I think we performed all year so far.
Yeah.
So I play
100%.
cornerback. I'm biased, but I love us on defense. You know, I think for the old day, we played great. I was happy with us. But like I said, we wanted to win. You know,
there's a lot of history with UCLan, seeing as they're our varsity rivals. There are proper derby day, and I think it's the first time since I've been at uni that I've played them in the division, in like the division in a sense. So it was like it's just it was so much bigger than like any other UCLan varsity game. So no, it was proper hardcore game. No, it was really good. Like all the way to the end. Really good.
Yeah. Can you expand on that? Tell us about that rivalry, because we love a good rivalry, Britball rivalry, or BUCs rivalry. So, do you know how it kind of stemmed, or kind of the history behind that rivalry? Or,
I don't know. I think it's we like you said before, Division 2 is a dogfight. And we with going up against UCLan, they've been in Division 1. So they've naturally had a stronger side than the past. So we've always seen ourselves as the underdogs. So we fight like underdogs, and it showed on Sunday. Where we're not going to back down from a fight, and it's been like that since the varsity days began. It's just a dogfight all the time. It was proper close last varsity game as well. How close was it in the end, Cam? Was it just the score or something?
It was very close. Yeah, I'm sure there was. I can't remember off the top of my head. I could be wrong, but I'm sure it was something like 2 points or something.
Yeah, it was close. It's always a good game. It's always close. Against.
It was good fun as well.
Good. Yeah,
it's good effort from both teams. Everyone's there to win. But it's like for me, it's like the varsity for us. It's a big uni event. It's like all the sports teams for Edgehill versus all the sports team for UCLan, and then at the end of the day, there's an overall winner. So it's like everyone's got that motivation to be the winner. It's a collective responsibility. It's lovely. It's probably one of my favorite days of uni. Completely.
What's the vibe like at that? Do you get quite a lot of people coming down? Is it? I don't know if you've been to Birmingham Explosion. Is it something similar on that level where everyone?
We've got a player. One of our coaches used to play for Birmingham. I think he left last year. Right. So he's been giving us little things that we can try and do to make it a big event. Yeah. But and we're in the process of trying to come out with some ideas, but finance is a problem, it's restricted.
100% agree.
We do get it is good with varsity as well. Your university comes together as a family, so you'll get before our game we'd go watch a basketball game or the football game or whatever, and then it'll be vice versa. We're all sharing the love, we're all backing each other throughout whatever game we're playing. So it's even better when at the end of the day, when they're counting up the scores, find out who wins, and then you hear Edgehill at the end of one varsity. It's such a huge thing. So huge. And then like you were saying before, the nightlife, the night out after varsity win is huge.
When you've earned it, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
When you've earned that, we know, when you've earned that night out,
exactly,
there's no guilt. There's no guilt.
So good.
I know.
So
I
good.
know. Yeah, I know.
A beer's never tasted as good either.
Trust me, trust me, bro. I know. Trust me, bro. So what's like? Because just kind of going through watching you guys through the season, we've kind of established kind of relationship with you guys where we kind of help promote your stuff, and we kind of been watching from afar, but as kind of a brand that's intrigued in what you're doing, What is, because I get the sense from an outsider looking in, I get the sense that you guys are really, really tight, right? You gym together, you go out together, you do events, you fundraise together, you had November together. So there's a real sense of closeness. And I think, you being such a small kind of area and kind of a university, does that kind of contribute to it? What's the kind of the vibe? What's been your experiences? Because you guys are probably at the tail end. You've seen it. You've seen it at the kind of program at its lowest point, right? And you've built this almost like a, you've seen that kind of so far the middle result, right? And the future is always brighter. But what's been kind of your experience throughout this whole kind of building process?
So for me, I joined in 2020 when COVID was kind of just preventing everything.
Yeah.
So like we had very restricted training times. We still had to social distance. I don't know how you meant to social distance in a sport like this, but
I know.
So it's like there was no social life. You could just about go to the gym sometimes. So having a year of that was pretty terrible. You didn't really have an experience. So the year after, it was so much better. People were starting to be together. We started to do all more fundraising stuff and literally become a family. And then this year, I've took charge, and I've wanted to keep that positive connection that we've wanted, that at least I've wanted from our 3 years, and I'm loving it. I think we need that. We've got people who are coming in completely brand new to the sport. They might not have even played a sport before, and it's daunting. So I think when you're brought in and you've got people there wanting to include you in every little step of the way, it's just what you need. And at the end of the day, the highlight of uni, you've got your studies. Studies aren't always fun. This for me is always fun. It's a good bit of tension relief, a bit of fitness, but it's the social life. It's amazing.
Yeah,
like
years and a half.
Like you were saying, it's that family feeling. I remember when I first joined, it was like, that was the main rule, the main philosophy for the team. It was, you're a family, you look after each other. You know what I mean? You can, you can argue, you can whatever in training, you can argue with your family as well. But at the end of the day, you're all in it together. You're all there for the same cause. I've seen it's been such a I don't know, turbulent 5 years. I've seen the team go to the playoffs one year, and then you get a COVID year or a trailing year after COVID, where it's like, well, you can't prepare yourself for something like this. But what's stayed for all those years is the same spirit of, we're still going to get through it. It's just another stepping stone. You know what I mean? So it's such a. I think you were right before how it's a smaller place, smaller community, which means everyone's backing each other, everyone's looking out for each other. But no, the Edge Hill spirit is a strong one. It is good. It's a proper family bond.
Absolutely.
Does that give you kind of a chip on your shoulder? Like no one cares about us, no one notices us. Because I came from Div 2. I'm a Div. As a player, I'm a Div 2 I'm a Div 2 product. I'm a product of the Div 2 environment.
Yeah.
So I know I carry that chip on my shoulder to this day. Where I felt like no one cared about us. The refs didn't want to turn up to our games. Is that something you guys? Is that a testament that you guys shared? Do you have that chip on your shoulder saying, the league doesn't care about us, so we're going to force them to notice? Is that something that you guys share?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely like that last year. We had problems with refs not turning up, even medics, stuff like that. This year it's been pretty well so far. We haven't really had much problems. But I think in terms of playing, I think we're a completely different team to what we were last year. We've got a brand new set of coaching staff in. They're amazing. And I think they're really turning us round. Scheme wise, it's changed. Everything's changing. But we're showing to other teams what we can do. I feel like with our record last year and this year so far, some teams might come up against us and think it's a walkover win already before we even play. For us as players, that's daunting as well, because some people might walk into the game and think, what's the point? We're the bottom, or we're one of the weaker teams. But we've quite literally proved. I mean, yesterday alone, we're capable. It works. We've got some amazingly talented players, and when things work, it shows.
Yeah.
100%. It's like it is. I don't know. People miss out. People miss out from not having played Div 2 Uniballer or Football, whatever. I don't know. It's that the chip on the shoulder, that underdog feeling. I love it. I like you said before, the division is so hard, or it's so turbulent. Like I was looking at stats before from the league, and I think we're 4 points below York, but we've conceded less points and scored more than them. It's just different scenarios. It's just you gotta take what you're given on that day. So that's how we know, especially after yesterday, the team is there. We have the makings of it. You know, it's the first year having these new coaches, having the new scheme, you know, having all the new equipment, everything like that. It's like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see how well they do in the coming years, because I know they'll do boss.
Son, you're like a celebrity, man. Shout out Mauricio Garza Rodriguez. He's been putting smoke in it. He says he loves it when he's able to put a sentence together. Son, I love this. I love. There's a lot. I feel like amongst the team, there's a lot of banter. You know, there's a lot of. You can't take it too seriously. So we love to see that. Shout out all you people in the free seats.
God.
You know, appreciate you showing the love and comments. If you got any questions for our two lovely guests, feel free to post that in there and maybe hashtag X's and Os, because there's so many.
I didn't realize how many comments there were. Oh my God.
There's so many comments in the super chat.
There's so many like I said, roasting me. Why?
I know. Some of them we can't share because we're trying to get cancelled.
I've seen them.
We're trying to get
questionable
cancelled, but still, we respect it though. We respect it. Thank you for showing the love. You know, like I said, but some of them obviously we can't disclose.
No.
But appreciate big time, man. So exciting things to come for the HL Vikings, I presume. You guys got young. You got very young, but in a way, I don't know if it makes sense. A bit young, but experienced and wise coaching staff. I think you've got coaching staff who either were previous players, so know what it feels like. They know the experiences of the players. They have that element of emotional intelligence. I always talk about that, and how important that is, especially at BUCs and university level. You also had a female, the first female Vikings coach. I don't know if she's still around. Money Bryson. Is she still around? Is she still in the mix-up? Is she still coaching?
Yeah.
So that's good to see where you've got female coaches involved. What's it like being coached by that kind of plethora of coaching staff? What do they kind of bring? What bonus do they add to the HL Viking program?
It's amazing. I mean, seeing the difference from that to like last few years, it's such a change. It's so much more tense and aggressive, and you're constantly working. I'm loving it. And you can tell like the effect it's having on players, mentality wise and physicality wise. We're doing better drills that we wouldn't have even thought of before, and it's just different perspectives of how we can play the game, how we can train, and put it into works. I mean, it's a great day. We used to do this thing where it's like a massive circuit drill kind of thing for the first 20 minutes, and it's intense, and we love it. We're coming out sweating, but everyone's there like hyped, so aggressive. And that's what we need. That's how you breed winners.
100%.
Just to touch on that before you jump in, sir. Just to touch on that, I know. We like to keep it real on here. We like to keep it real, and obviously you guys have come from you've come on leaps and bounds, but there's obviously some teams that are where you were. How bad was it? Because to be at rock bottom and to be where you guys are now, you had to come through some obstacles. You had to kind of claw through the mud. What was that experience like, clawing through the mud? What was the lowest, the lowest points? What were some of the things you had to do to make sure you change the narrative and you build a new HL Viking program?
It's hard because you are, like last year we lost everything. It's really hard, but you've got to think at the end of the day, it can be a niche sport. It's not massive in the UK. It's getting there, and it's amazing to see. At the end of the day, you've got people joining uni. They've never played. They're inexperienced. They're jumping into this, playing games against teams that are probably better or more experienced. Sometimes it's not a level playing field for them as rookies. But like you've got to always say like there's only upwards. You know, look, reflect on the experience you're having now. Think what can you do to do better.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm doing as president for this team. I'm looking at mistakes we've made over the last few years, or things that we've done well, but maybe we could do a bit better.
Yeah.
You know, it's just assessing all these little things, piecing them together, and it pays off. You know, like obviously we've not got the results we want yet, but we're better than we were, and it might just be a little bit progress in a grand scheme of things. But we're building the team for generations. You know, it's not a short story. You know,
Yeah.
we've got to paint a legacy, as they say.
That's it, bro. Yeah. Sinan. Now I've called you Sinan. I'm out here changing your name to different.
It's fine. The comments are doing the same. It's fine. It's fine.
So how's it been for you? You know, the road to success.
This is the thing. It's going off both of you said. You know, we've had the new coaching staff and going from, you know, the lowest that I think the lowest point that I've been at. I think it might have been like the head coach leave it. Before my time, the head coach would leave halfway through the season or stuff like that, and then you're having to fend for yourself. And I think last year when you had COVID in the grand scheme of things as well, you had coaches being ill, and then obviously having to isolate from everyone for weeks, and then you're doing training sessions without a coach, and then you're having to, you know, rely on your veterans, your experienced players to get you through that in a sense. And you know, it's hard, especially for, you know, rookies and newcomers, or even for the vets. You know, they haven't had coaching experience, they haven't had experience teaching someone else. But I feel like that year, as bad, like statistically, it might have been on our record, mentally, you know, these players, these veterans, these second-year players, they're learning more about the game because they're teaching it to someone else. So they're seeing it from a different angle, different perspective. And then it's good for the first timers, the rookies, to see it from that perspective as well, because they're hearing it from someone they play with, or their best mate, and then they'll hear it from the coach a couple of weeks afterwards, and then they're like, I understand now. I get why we run this scheme. I get why we're running this stunt. I get why we're doing this.
Hey, shout out Cameron's cat.
Shout out the cat. But
He's hungry. She's pestering me. Let me lock her out 1 sec.
No, bring her. She can come too. Yeah.
But no, it's great. And then having, you know, like you said, we have coaching staff that are past players and complete newcomers to this team. And it's so good having, you know, you're getting these experienced coaches from outside the university who have had the experience with like senior ball level teams. They're coming in with their philosophies, their, you know, winning mentality. They know how to win games. And then you have these players who've come through who are now coaching, who know what it's like being an Edge Viking. They know the spirit. They know the underdog feeling. And then you get a great balance. You know, at the start, you might get, you know, coaches not agreeing with each other at the start. It's like, people, you know, people hate change in a sense. They don't like when something changes. So if you're getting these different philosophies, ideologies coming in about the game and about how the teams run, so at the start, it's like, it'll never work. But gradually, you're picking off each other. You're saying, I get what you're doing. Okay, I get what this team is, what it was before I came here. So it's just such a great foundation at the moment for this team, and it's so different. I'm so glad that I'm so glad we went through that COVID year, because, you know, we've seen how it is to basically have no coaches and no trainings, but we still got through it. We still have players from then who stuck around. So no, it's been great. So it's all just all onwards and upwards, essentially.
100%. 100%, man. That sums up in a nutshell, basically. So you got your next game against York St. John. You know, what's the mentality going into that game? Because for those who don't know, how big is that game?
You know what? I think more people are concerned about how early they're going to have to wake up in the morning to get there. The 10 a.m. kickoff.
Oh God,
it's like
10.
It's 10 a.m. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what's the distance? How far do you have to travel?
It's like 2 hours ish, something like that. It's not as bad as we've had. We played Aberystwyth last year, and I'm sure we had to beat at like 4 a.m. for that. It's crazy.
And
so imagine stroppy teenagers getting up at that time.
I'm having to also travel. I have to travel from home for 3 hours train to get to Edge Hill, and then get on this coach for 2 hours, then get back, and then I'm heading back home to get to work on a Monday morning.
That's crazy.
But it's going to be interesting, this York St. John's game, because we've never played them before, you know, and you know, scores don't determine the team in a sense. You know, they could easily look at our stats and how we put how the scores have not favored us, and they could think, these guys are going to be walking the park, you know. So we know we're better than the scores, so that's why we're not, you know, thinking this is going to be a cakewalk against them. We know there has to be there's a reason why they're in this scenario. There's a reason why we're playing them now. I think I reckon it's going to be a hard fight. It's going to be an important game for us. I can't wait for it. It's going to be good. I'm also going to be tired getting there.
What's your predictions? Trust me.
I don't think it's going to be anything near that 100-0 Bradford game. I reckon.
Shout out Bradford Bears.
Yeah, a shout out Bangor as well. To be fair,
because, shout them out, man.
You know, they stuck through. They didn't give up. You know, and they're going back into it. You know, they're playing all these games, getting beat, but they're coming back next week.
That's it.
But
they're always a good team to play as well. Like they've been my favourite team to play against. Just the sportsmanship's on another level. I feel like they respect the whole sport so much more because of the position they're in, and I think they're quite similar to us in a sense as well. Like we know what it's like. So I think at least with us, I think we've got a good connection together, good reputation. It's just lovely to see in a competitive sport where it can sometimes be really toxic.
Score prediction though. I'll go 32. I reckon it might be like a 32-14 to us or something like that. I reckon.
Okay.
I reckon it'll start off close, and then I reckon we'll get into the swing of things. Momentum. We'll get used to them playing, because obviously it'll be first time for us playing them, so we'll feel them out at the start. But I reckon once we get the gears turning, I reckon it'll be good for us.
You know, I don't want to say an exact score because I feel like I'll jinx myself somehow. But I'd love to see us at the top. But I think I agree. I think it's going to be close for most of it. But I can see we've got some good players. We've got a guy in the chat there, Sam Henderson. All he does is just slang any day and every day. I can see him catching a great catch and winning us the game.
Shout out Sam Hendo in the building. Sam been feeling himself in the comments. We see you, bro, man. Slant boy scoring. We see you, man. Keep getting those dimes, man. Keep grabbing those dimes. We see you, bro.
I can't wait for this bit to get memed if we lose now. It'll be like this bit just clipped for the entire year.
That's another thing. You know, listen, BUCs is so much fun. I think people don't realize how much BUCs is because a lot of people are like, university ball, you know, it's rubbish, the level is rubbish. But I think, and I said this to me, I was talking to SJ, I was like, BUCs is actually carrying Brit Ball. I think Brit Ball in itself is in a bad place. I'm talking about senior ball, There's too much disparity. You know, there's not enough, you know, especially like Div 1, Div 2, you know, especially Premier even, there's too much disparity and it's just not marketable. Whereas Brit Ball, university ball, I feel like there's more banter. You know, you get people
Yeah.
memeing each other. You know,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not like personal. You know, there's a couple teams in the senior league that don't see the fun side of it, and it's boring. It's not. There's no banter. You can't build nothing out of it. You can't build serious rivalries. You know, you can't build respectable rivalries, and it's just too uptight. And then we just play the games, and then that's it. You know, you want to see the banter, you want to have fun with it, you want to build a camaraderie. You know, but I don't think, and I think that's where BUCs is doing really well, where there's a sense of, and it's easier, I know, because you're on campus and you kind of live together more or less, and you do other stuff together, as people have posted in the comments. But we won't expose some of that. Wow, just see that. Wow. Interesting. But anyway, I just feel like, university ball right now is popping. Like uni ball is like everyone's advertising, everyone's getting behind it, everyone's promoting their programs, and I think it's really, really cool. There's definitely an upward trajectory that I can see from an outsider looking in, and I'm glad I went to uni and played. It's almost like, because when I was around, there wasn't none of this promotion. There wasn't, we just kind of went to uni and kind of stumbled across it. Whereas now, people have the chance to get involved more easily. So that is dope. Very, very dope to see. Any rookies that we should kind of any kind of hidden talents, hidden gems that we should kind of watch out for? Is there anybody that could possibly have a breakout season this year? Any rookies that have come in and you thought, damn, this person could potentially, maybe play for GB or maybe go abroad, or almost like a talent that nobody kind of knows about? Is there anybody that we could look out for?
Absolutely. There's a guy who plays next week called Spencer. He's new this year. I think he played junior at some point. I could be wrong, but when I'm playing and I know he's next to me, I feel so much more confident. If I miss a tackle, he's there to sweep him off. He's amazing. And that's the kind of thing you need. We've got a guy called Jake Carberry, brand new. He's one to watch. He's interesting.
Yeah. We've also got Spencer's brother Rob. He's like a giant. We've got him. We've got him. How tall is he? No, he's not that tall, but he's not far off. He is tall, but not even that. He's like quick off his feet, quick off the stance, so he's good. You've got Spencer in outside linebacker, and then in front of him you got his brother just doing bits on D line, and then we've got new offensive line rookies. We got Max, we got James Davis as well, all balling out. I'm liking it. It's a good team, good set of rookies as well. It's looking good. But I reckon
mindset as well.
Yeah.
Everyone's just involved and they want to get. We got a lad in the chat, Ethan Barlow. He keeps popping up. He reminds me of it.
I see Ethan.
He wants to be there, being involved in every little step and anything for the team. He'll be there and do it. That's what we need. That's like the foundation we're trying to build. We've got the right people. Very confident how it's going.
Yeah. On a good note, obviously you guys do a lot for kind of fundraising. You did a lot to do with to kind of raise some money for breast cancer. Interesting, because I kind of stumbled over your Instagram. I didn't know, 400 man a year get diagnosed with breast cancer. So that was very informative and something I didn't, know about. How was that? What was that experience about? How was that experience? How much did you raise? Is there any information you can kind of divulge about that experience? And is that something that you're looking to do every year, or is it, what kind of that entailed?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think they reached out to us. I think Kanan's presence on social media made it massive, and I think we're probably one of the better ones in uni. And so they reached out and they were like, "We'd love to work with you. And we'd love to work with them as well." And we kind of I had meetings with them, with their presidents, and we were like, "What can we do? How can we go about it in a UD setting and do it successfully?" And we've done a bunch of little things. The other week we had pink laces and did a photo shoot. And they've done calendars with all the sports teams. A lot of the ideas they like to run by us as well and see how we can help out. And it's just a collaboration. How we can do it for each other. Use our platforms and our teams to support each other. It's great. I think that's something we've tried to build this year into. It's like working with every little team we can.
100%. No, it's been great. They've been so good with us. They've been so good with us. They didn't charge us for these laces. They've bought, especially when you're dealing with the American football side. It's not like there's 10 people on the team and they're going out of the way to get laces for all of us. And it's just they've been so good. And I don't actually know how much we've raised with them. Because they will have raised money with other teams as well, and I'm guessing put in a pot together. But they've been so good, so supportive, and they're doing great work in university. It's just and like you said before, I didn't know the 400 men were.
I had no idea. Yeah,
this is the thing. This is why it's so great. It's eye opener for everyone, realizing that it's bigger than we thought it was. It's raising awareness. So no, it's been really good experience doing that.
Yeah, man, that's dope. But these comments are really popping up.
What's been said now?
I feel overwhelmed. I don't think I can go. Oh dear. But anyway, yeah, man. As we come to the close, this has been. We could be here all night. Let's, as we come to a close, as is customary, we always have our 2-minute drill, right? 2-minute drills where you have to answer. I get a question that gets dropped to my head through divine intervention. I would let those in the free seats ask you a question before the 2-minute drill, but I don't know. I think it probably will get us cancelled.
Yeah, so don't bother them. Do not bother them at all. No, God, no.
We did warn them. Said be appropriate.
Yeah, no, God.
Listen, we love it. We're loving it, man. We're loving this. Thank you. All you people in the free seats, we see you, man. Appreciate the love, big time, man. So 2-minute drill. You got to answer the question. You got no timeouts. You got no chance to blow a play. You have to make a play. So I'll give you the chance. I'll give you first, and then the chance to either put someone on smoke, because they've been putting you on smoke in these comments. So tell me, out of anybody that's been blowing you up in the comments, tell me your funniest. I have a story about one of these people that have been blowing you up in these comments. I'll give you the free reign. This is your platform now, Fanan. Tell us your funniest story of anybody in the team. Keep it as PG as possible, and you're allowed to name names.
This is the thing. So the name that's obviously popping into my head, that's obviously popping into Cam's head, is Jay. is the God. There's not enough words in the dictionary to describe this man. Jay Carberry, he is an enigma. He is just. I try to. What does he get up to? What stupid things does he do? There's the weekly fights with the bushes. Not even people. He'll fight bushes. So he'll get in such a state after one drink that he'll be, he's ripping his clothes off and he's beating up a bush. Yeah, and he's coming out of it. He's coming out of it looking like he's, come from the trenches. He's covered in, scratches and everything. Yeah, like Lucas said, UFC champion versus a bush. There's we've got an incredible photo of him holding like a WWE belt in victory after beating up a stupid bush. But that's I can't. There's just so many. Can you figure something, Cab, that he's off the top of your head?
Jay was coming straight into my mind.
Yeah.
You've got to love him. He's
such a drip.
The daftest, loveliest, best person on this team by far.
Yeah.
But I don't think he should have that title belt, to be honest. I'm pretty sure he lost. And he definitely lost a 1v1 to a bin at one point.
To a bin. No, yeah, he lost to a bin. Yeah. I swear he was concussed by a bin, I swear. That might be wrong. But honestly, he's the best hype man. He's the best hype man at a game. He'll always hurl abuse at opposition receivers. It's so funny. It's so
cheerleaders.
Funny. And cheerleaders as well, yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's dope. Man, you guys have been a breath of fresh air. Like I said, this episode has been so fun. Like I said, really appreciate you guys coming on the show, man.
Thank you.
You already know
you
how
so
to
much.
do it.
Yeah, thank you for having us, mate. I've loved it.
Just let us know. If you got anything that you want to promote or anything that you want to promote, we'll be more than happy to kind of share and reshare that or promote them. So like I said,
You guys have been great. You guys have been great all year. Honestly, God, we've been seeing your content, Lynn. What is it during the London games as well? Like you guys are bossing is so sick. So thank you again. This has been such a good experience for us. It's so good. Thank you very much.
Most there. But like I said, all the best for the season. Like I said, we'll be watching. Me and SJ are always watching.
Now it's more pressure on us now. No.
I know you'll be fine, man. Like I said, we're doing it. But like I said, all the best for the season. Love to all the people in the free season. Like I said, this has been bucking around. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will appreciate the love. If you like what you see, like I said, please subscribe and let's get it popping. Like I said, everybody that's got a game coming up, all the best for the rest of the season. Peace and love.
Thank you very much.